Stay connected. Stay informed. News Radio 600. Kogo.
Right now downtown, we are looking at mostly cloudy skies and 62 degrees. Kogo News time, 7:42.
So some British experts started looking at our work habits, and the news is you should stand up. It's the first of advice of its kind. They're saying that office workers should stand up for at least 2 hours a day. They're saying that there is a danger when you sit too long.
Ooh, that sounds like a long time. Joining us on the Kogo News Live line is health and wellness expert Dr. Pamela Smith, Dr. Pam. So, Doctor, what prompted this study?
Well, there's been other studies that have looked at this concept of standing up for 5 minutes every 2 hours. But this is the first study of its kind looking at the fact that it needs to really even be longer. You don't have to stand up for 2 hours at one time, but certainly get up from the desk and walk around more, climb up the stairs, park in the last parking spot. We do need to stand more. And if you're lucky enough to get a standing desk, that would be even better.
Doctor, what happens to us when we sit? I mean, why is it that we need to stand?
Well, the body, honestly, is designed to be a hunter-gatherer. So we're supposed to be moving around more. And the study showed that in all industrialized nations, we have the same problem when they're too sedentary. We have an increased risk in cancer, an increased risk in heart disease, and an increased risk in diabetes if we sit down too much.
So what they're saying is that for at least 2 hours a day, somehow cobble it together and make it 2 hours, stand up. Is this in addition to exercise?
Well, exercise can certainly be part of this, but the study did show that if you're exercising, for example, running 3 times a week, that was not a substitute for getting up and moving around at work. You still needed to get up and move around.
All right, so what do you do if ordering a standing desk isn't really an option for you?
Well, then you can do things like I'm doing right now. I'm actually standing up to do this interview. I'm walking around a little bit. So take advantage as much as possible of getting up and moving. People don't realize that diabetes itself is a huge issue. It's not just if your blood sugar is high, you have an increased risk in diabetes. You also have an increased risk in cancer, high blood pressure, and heart disease. And there's now something called type 3 diabetes. Have you heard of that?
No.
Type 3?
Type 3. Type 3 diabetes is Alzheimer's disease.
Really?
I've never heard that.
Really. So we're looking more now at the effects of blood sugar on the body. And one of the things that we can do beside eat a better diet and exercise is just to move around to regulate our blood sugar.
Wow.
All right, get up, stand up. That is Dr. Pam joining us on the Kogo News Live this morning.